Well, hello there, everybody. It is I, Trevor, here again on the beach. Today, I wanted to talk about something very important that I am ignorant on, but that I enjoy very much. So, I am a new Apex player. I started playing this season, season 13, but I already feel qualified to tier list all of the Apex weapons. I hope you enjoy today's video of a complete rookie grading all of Apex Legends guns. To give you an idea of how new of a player I am, I main a Valkyrie, and these are my lifetime stats with her. First gun we got is, oh my goodness gracious, this gun plagues my existence. This, I call it the what in tarnation, the yeehaw. It is the 30-30. So, right off the rip, I'm going to already say, I hate this gun a lot. I can see its practicality. I can see its practicality if you're, you have a good line of sight, you can ADS for a while, let it charge. I can see its practicality. I hate it. I hate it very much. I pick it up. I look to replace it almost immediately by practically anything. So that being said, since this is my personal list, I'm going to rank this bad boy as a D tier. I would throw it an F, but there is one or two guns that I think are maybe worse. I mean, my first week, the Alternator was probably my favorite gun. I think because it has the easiest recoil pattern. This thing just kicks straight up. No left, no right. There's zero horizontal recoil. It just pop, 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 pop. The rate of fire is kind of bad. The damage is decent for how its rate of fire is, but I think it's outclassed by other SMGs. But ease of use, hip fire accuracy, overall, it's a great gun. If I land on an Alternator, I'm happy. I'm happy and ready to fight. Throwing that in A tier. The Bowtech. This gun is not even a gun. This is a bow. So, based off of Mirrored alone, I don't think we can rank it that high, right? If this is a gun tier list. In all seriousness, this thing is kind of like a better version of the 30-30, in my opinion. All the Apex Legend pros just rolled their eyes. Let me explain. It has the same style of wind-up mechanic. Because at 30-30, you gotta ADS that bad boy and hold your water. You gotta hold your water, wait for it to full charge, and bam! Bowtech is the same thing, but I think it has more usefulness, right? First, you're not pow, pow, pow. No one's gonna know where the hell the arrows are coming from. Second of all, I think it does more damage. I'm not quite sure on that, but I believe it does. And I think it's also ready to do full damage faster. So that being said, we're gonna put this just a rank above this. Damn, what in tarnation. Next up, we have the Car SMG. Hey, this is my SMG of choice, S tier. The DPS is insane. It shoots way too fast for how much damage it does. I am surprised this gun is allowed in the game, and I am even more shocked when not everybody is running this thing. It's versatile. They can use light or heavy. It can use light or heavy attachments as far as magazine. You will not be let down unless you absolutely cannot aim. Up next, we have the charge rifle. Hey, the charge rifle is annoying as... If you use a charge rifle, I want to tell you one thing. It's okay that you were not raised with any love, care, and affection. Because only a coward and hateful person could sit up somewhere with a charge rifle, hit scanning people, chipping away at their shields just for the sake of being annoying. First of all, I don't respect anyone that has this gun. I'm just going to say, if this is your gun by choice, I don't respect you. But second of all, it is a decent gun, though. I got to give it that. The hit scan is insane. It goes exactly where you aim. There is no bullet drop off. There is no bullet velocity. It is instantaneous. So that paired with the fact that it does initial damage, you don't have to hit with the big... You just got to hit a little bit, and it makes it probably one of the better chippers in the game. I think it is a solid B tier gun. I think that it is viable. I think that it is annoying. I think you will do what you are seeking to do with this gun in your hands. I don't think it's a bad gun. I just think it's a cowardly gun. Up next, we have the Havoc. Hey, the Havoc is actually something that I thought was terrible whenever I was first playing, but now that I'm a more developed player, I'm about 3 weeks in, I find myself enjoying it more and more. I am a keyboard and mouse player, so maybe that's why. I've heard the recoil is unbelievable with this gun, but it's not that bad, actually. And if you get like a turbocharger attachment on this thing, it's probably S tier. But because it needs an attachment to go to S tier, I'd probably put it somewhere A or B. Yeah, we're going to go A tier. It does so much damage. It's actually much easier to use than I thought. We're A tier, A tier, A tier. S tier if you have the turbocharger. Next, we have the Devotion. The Devotion is kind of stupid. Why? Well, because If you have a turbocharger, it's probably SSS plus times 3. But without it, the buildup, man, the buildup. If you're not pre-firing, if you're not pre-aiming, you're going to get gunnied. Trust. Everybody else is going to be firing at full capacity while you're just boom, 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 boom. So I don't know how I feel about this gun. Because with attachment, absolutely insane. Broken. Without attachment, almost a liability. Still very good if you know where they are, very good. And I guess half the characters have wall hacks, so it's not really, a mystery where your enemies are usually. I'm going to put it in B because it needs attachments to be insane. So the EVA 8 is so noob friendly that you probably expect me to rank it high. So 8 rounds, practically fully automatic, but the damage just isn't there when I compare it to other shotguns. Long story short, I don't think the EVA 8 is a good gun. I don't think it's an awful gun. I definitely don't think it's as good as the Devotion or the charge rifle. I think it's a C tier shotgun. It looks like we have my favorite gun in the entire game. So I listen, based off of that, I think you guys know where the damn flatline is going. Flatline is nasty, flatline is disgusting, flatline is sexy. Just look at the profile of the gun. It hits on all regards. I'd sleep with it, I'd marry it, and I'd have children with it. It is a S tier gun. Now, in all seriousness, the damage profile of this gun is phenomenal. The fire rate is good. The recoil pattern is very, very manageable. I have nothing bad to say about it. I think it comes with 20 rounds, a stock magazine. The hip fire is phenomenal. Hey, if you want to crouch strafe somebody, you're gonna fry their shit with this gun. Trust. So it's visually appealing. It's practical. It's easy to use. That sounds like 3 things that make something S tier in my opinion. I mean, it might be faded to say, but when I open a care package, if I get the G7, that's the one that I was least hoping for. I think it's an underwhelming care package weapon. Nonetheless, its damage profile is very, very good. I personally like the single fire over the boom, 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 boom. 2-round burst is very strange to me. It doesn't make sense, but there's a lot of things that don't make sense. There's actually a 5-round burst gun in the game. I've never heard of that ever. But anyways, so the G7 is good, but underwhelming for the care package. It's not S tier. I'd probably keep my flatline over the G7. As faded as that sounds, I would. So I'm going to put it in A tier because it does very good damage. Next, we have the hemorrhoid. I call it the hemorrhoid because somebody's ass is getting torn up by this gun when I have it in my hands. I'm either going to perfect you and 3 or 4 burst you, just down, or I'm not hitting shit. I'm going to hit you once. I'm going to tickle you once for 20, and then you're going to fry me. Someone's getting a hemorrhoid. This gun, I am inconsistent with it. I respect it. I don't love it because I cannot use it personally very well. It's hit or miss for me. B tier. Boom. I feel that the overall DPS is going to be chalked unless you're hitting every single burst. And that just leads me to believe that, hey, you got to put that bad boy away unless you're a marksman. And I am not a marksman. From what I've heard, they've nerfed the shit out of this thing. When I see the Kraber, it's nasty. It's a good sniper, but I don't think it's like, insane. I don't think it's broken. I really do like it. It takes a long time to reload though. You got to, bolt between each shot. You can't really down somebody in one shot with it. Man, this might be faded, but I think I'm tempted to put the Kraber in A tier and not S. Then next we have DL Star. Up close, hey, it'll get the job done. But dude, from far away, I lose full when I shoot this thing. I couldn't tell you where my bullets are going. Long story short, I don't like it. I think that it is not a good gun. I think it is a C tier gun. It's a barrel stuff. I'm going to barrel stuff people. I want a car in my hands, or I want an alternator, or even a devotion. I want one of these in my hands if I'm going to be, fighting within 5-10 meters. The longbow. The longbow is probably my favorite chip damage gun in the entire game right now. 55 damage. And all you got to do is hit one shot. If you hit them in the head, people are going to be losing composure. You're going to be breaking people left and right. I'm tempted to say something faded here. But I think the longbow is the best sniper in the game right now. Fire rate is very good for a sniper. I think its damage, 55 damage per shot. That's pretty crazy. Anyways, it's very good. I think it's the best sniper in the game. I'm actually going to do this. I know they're both A, but I want this one in front of the Kraber. Next up, we have the Mastiff. Listen, if you don't have the Mastiff in S tier, you're just not playing Apex this season. Trust me. That thing is stupidly disgusting. If I'm up close in a fight and someone shoots at me with a Mastiff, first of all, I'm probably one shot after that. Second of all, I am avoiding the... I'm telling my boys, hey, they got a Mastiff. We got to either collapse this person or we got to get the hell out of here. Up next, the Mozambique. The Mozambique is not bad at all. When you consider its handling, when you consider its rate of fire, when you consider its potential based off of those skin sucky rounds. What are they called? Hammer point rounds. That's what they're called. With that attachment, it's an A tier gun. Without it, it's still not terrible. I think it's a better shotgun than the EVA 8, just for its mobility and, you know, you can ADS it and strafe really good. And I think it's a very good gun. I don't think it's average. I think it's above average. The beautiful, amazing P2020 F tier. Do we even got to talk about it? All right, P2020. It shoots pebbles. First of all, its hip fire is decent. It's not even the best hip fire in the game. It's semi-automatic. It's just the worst gun in the game. Let's be honest here. Let's level here. You know, heart to heart. It's the worst gun in the game, and it's not even close. If you land on a P2020, I bet you your ass doesn't even pick it up. I bet you walk past it because you know anything you find is going to be better than that gun. Peacekeeper. Hey, the Peacekeeper is so much fun to use, but it is so unforgiving. You miss one of those shots, uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Your ass is toast. If you hit with all pellets, oh my goodness, you're going to be breaking people with one shot. Boom! And see the ka-ching! And be like, oh, he's one shot, man. He's one shot. He's not one shot. He's broken. Peacekeeper's A tier. Next, we have that 5-round burst gun I was just talking about. It is the Prowler Smg. Listen, the Prowler's good. It's unforgiving as all hell because when you pull the trigger once, you're shooting 5 bullets, right? So it's not like you can, you know, regain your aim. I personally enjoy it. I think it is a B tier gun. No complaints from me, but it's just, I know there's better out there. 301 is absolutely filthy. Why? Because it does not move. I'm inclined to say the 301 has Call of Duty style recoil. Call of Duty, historically, guns have no recoil. Ease of use, ease of access, it's in the crafter. Let me tell you something. The 301 is by far that S tier gun. It's just, it's so good. Does good damage. It's reliable. It's easy to use. Its hip fire's good. It's good everywhere. Good up close, good far away. The R99, man. I love that R99. It's like the hot shotgun of the game, huh? This is a gun that you pick up whenever you just want to fry someone and fry them with style. Because its rate of fire is high. Its DPS is high. Its skill requirement is kind of high. But once you like know what to expect with this gun, it's very good. I'd probably say that it's about the same level as the Alternator for me. Because they're both usable and practical in their own way. The Alternator is just so easy to use. It's so noob friendly that you're going to be frying people when you start out. And the R99 is not as easy to use, but I think it has higher potential than the Alternator. But then the Alternator's ease of use balances out with that. So I think the R99 is a solid A tier gun. The Sentinel. Sentinel is going to be a B tier gun. Let me tell you why. Although it doesn't do enough damage to justify having such a low rate of fire, in my opinion, I forgot that you can charge it with shield cells and basically make it into a Kraber. So it's basically a Kraber with extra steps. RE45. It's a good pistol. Its damage, oh boy, it does terrible damage though. What is it, like 10 damage per shot? It's automatic though. You have max strafe speed while ADSing it. All things considered, it's a good starting option, but that's all it is. If you have this in the end game, I'm going to think you're kind of turnt, maybe faded, and I'm probably going to fry your shit with something better like a car or R99 or an Alternator. So that being said, a solid C tier is very understandable. The Spitfire, there's the meta and then there's the super meta. And the super meta is a 3-stack sitting on top of a mountain, Spitfired up, 50 round magazines, letting the chopper sing. Maybe they got to reload now, and you reach out. All right, man, we're hurt. I got to heal. One shot. Surely they got to reload by now. S tier by a mile. Meta. I'd even call it the meta. I think that this is the meta gun in the game. I think this is probably not the best gun in the game, but it's so damn forgiving with its magazine size, no recoil, damage profile that everyone is running it. The triple take is very unreliable in my opinion. But strangely enough, I've discovered that as a barrel stuffer, if you just roll up on somebody and hip fire them with this thing, it's kind of nasty. But overall, it's not good, man. It's a C tier gun. The Volt, man. Oh, I've only shot this bad boy like twice in my career. I feel like it's so rare to get this from a care package. Agreed, right? The Volt is a broken ass gun. It does so much damage. It barely kicks. Rate of fire, and then the gun sound is satisfying. Pew, 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 pew. Sounds like it feels like you're shooting a damn stormtrooper gun, but you actually have the gunny. S tier by a mile. Wingman S tier. S tier. I mean, do we even got to talk about it? Ammo conservation, damage profile, 45 damage to hit someone, man. 45. You hit him in the head. What is it, like 80? 80 something? It's a very high skill gun. I will say the Wingman requires a lot of technical ability. So it's not like a noob friendly pick it up and you're gonna be frying people's shit. No, never that. But once you figure this gun out, god damn, it is nasty. I don't know if this is faded or not, but I think of high skill players, it's probably a gun of preference because then you don't have to carry as much ammo. You can probably hold a few extra grenades, which are very useful. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed an Apex noob ranking some Apex guns. I think it's fun to hear from the mind of somebody that has no idea what they're talking about. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you know what? Why don't you go ahead and head on over to my other socials. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. And you can look me up under the same name, Trevor_man. I'll be there waiting for you.